Vice President Kamala Harris is chief spokesperson, senior advisor too. She's leaving, we've learned, within the next few weeks. Officials say Sanders had long planned to leave at the end of 2021, but we've heard that before. Our D.C. correspondent, Bofta Yimam, joins us again this morning. And Bofta, her exit raises eyebrows because, of course, we talked just recently about alleged dysfunction. And Symone Sanders is now the second recent departure among Harris's top communications staff. Are we expecting more?
We are expecting more, and this is unfortunate news, Sharon, for, of course, the Biden administration, the White House as a whole, because this is the type of press that you don't want out there. Folks leaving because of infighting, dysfunction, lack of management, sometimes a slow process. You mentioned, I just want to recap that, Ashley Etienne left last month. She was the communications director for Kamala Harris's team. And now we have both Vince Evans and Peter Vels, who are potentially going to be leaving as well. Both of them top aides within Harris's administration. So when we think about all of this, the staffers leaving, we do have some folks in the White House pushing back, like Jen Psaki, who says this is natural. Vels, Evans, and Sanders all worked on the Biden-Harris campaign. It's natural for, after a few years, for folks to want to seek out new challenges. But as you mentioned, staffing issues, friction in the office, those are the kinds of things that folks are looking at right now. West Wing aides worn out by Kamala being sidelined or constrained, as some reports have said. But also we know that staffing problems have plagued Harris's presidential campaign. She has a history of cycling through staff even when she was AG of California. And so this is something that's not necessarily new for her, but we do know that folks who do work within the White House tend to sometimes seek new challenges, as Psaki said. But Ashley Etienne, for example, the communications director who I mentioned, left last month, another woman of color. She was someone who left pretty quickly after the fallout reports of, the so to speak, sidelining of Kamala Harris, not really putting her in a position, as some said, to succeed within the administration. And so when she left, then you have this latest with Sanders, you have Vels and Evans. These are all the kinds of things that lead to bad press, right? And these are the kinds of things that they are trying to avoid. We also can't forget that she's had some public stumbles related to some of her speeches that she has put out there, some of her comments that she said in media, and she's had to push back on that. So they've said that her communications team is oftentimes in reactive mode versus having that clear strategy and who to go to for management. So who's boss, essentially, right? And how do you manage all of that? So those are some of the things, the challenges that have been reported. But the bigger picture here, right, Sharon? If we look at going forward, and what if she is going to be the heir, so to speak, after Biden? What if Biden decides not to seek re-election, even though he says he has? Are they setting her up for success to be that next person? A lot of folks, of course, rooting for Kamala Harris, being that she's the first woman of color, so many firsts for her. And so you have folks who are rooting for her, but at the same time, some are wondering, are we really, within the Democratic circle, setting her up, teeing her up to be ready for 2024 potentially, or 2028, which right now seems to be a little bit more realistic since Biden has said he plans to seek re-election. But again, he will be older at that point at 82 years old. So all of these things, part of the conversation we can't forget.
Yeah, and never mind 2024, just to have her appear stronger and worthy ahead of the midterms seems to be something that is in play and needs to happen. So you do wonder definitely about that, but just seems like a lot's been talked about, and more people probably are against her, and others are wondering if she has been set up to fail here deliberately or inadvertently, and missteps, it seems.
And just to point out, I know we've got to wrap up here, Sharon, but even a White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, even she said that she thinks that there's been sexism in the criticism that has come to Kamala Harris. And so she's even, gone to bat calling it out, that some of this has been sexism because she is the first. And so, those are things that need to be part of the evolving conversation as we talk about the vice president and the historic nature of what she is right now for so many.
Yeah, generally a black woman can't get to sexism until we get through the racism. But it's definitely, she's got all eyes on her, and the scrutiny is, well, something we know a little something about. Bofta Yimam, live in D.C., thank you.